We're recording, right?
Oh, totally.
Oh, cool.
Of course.
Otherwise, that'd be really awkward.
Yes. Okay. And that'd be fucked up. We go to record the podcast, and I don't even hit record, and we do the whole podcast. We didn't even lose it.
We just never did it to begin with. It's like it never happened.
That's awful.
Marty, let's go back in time.
And then jerk off on ourselves to see if we're gay.
I forgot about that.
But you know what? The one episode of the lost episodes that we lost because of technical bullshit, that it was funny as hell, was we were talking about the KFC. How I went to KFC.
Oh God, yeah.
And I had the chicken, and I'm just like, this chicken. This was sick. This was a sick chicken.
Sick chicken.
It must have died of malaria.
Was greasy.
It was greasy. It was sweaty.
Sweaty.
It was sweaty, and the potato wedges. They were like crisp, like someone had a cardboard cut out of a potato, and they cut it up and deep fried it, and just I don't know. It was just the chicken. It died sneezing. Yeah. I think that's what it was. It was fucking. It was. I remember. All I remember is I was like going off about it, and you were laughing your ass off, and that's how I knew. I said, "Okay, I think this is really funny shit." And of course, the fucker didn't record it.
Yeah, that was particularly hilarious.
Nothing like eating sweaty chicken.
It's such an awful visual.
Yeah. I'm just like, you just picture a chicken in bed with no feathers, just sweat pouring off of it. And they're like, well,
to it and shit.
Is he dead yet? Like snot and shit coming out its nose. It just goes,
one eye just goes the wrong direction.
Dies. And, one eye, the other eye's all crusted shut and shit. And they're just waiting for it to die. And I always picture Colonel Sanders like looming over its bed. And then it goes, beep. And they're like, we got to bring it back. And he's just like giving them no, it's time. And they just grab it and throw it in a fucking hot cooker and just, that's it. Hey, you're listening to That's Life, the podcast designed with your laughter in mind. So please sit back, relax, and prepare to be entertained.
That's life.
That's life.
Hey.
That's what
and
all
we're back.
say.
Hey.
That's Life is back for episode numero
31, if I
31.
count proper.
You are correct,
Holy
Amundo.
shizballs.
We're in our 30s.
Oh my goodness. My gird.
Unlike in human years, it's not all downhill. We're going to get better.
Right,
as time
theoretically, this is only going to go up,
goes on. Yeah.
according to my calculations.
Yeah, we haven't even hit pod show puberty yet.
No,
So
not really.
our years, it's different than dog years. We're more like
Yeah, we need syndication.
redwood
and shit.
years. Yeah.
Right. Cut us in half, count the rings. That's how many shows we've done.
Sure, that sounds good.
Or something.
I think that's how
Seems reasonable.
That's how KFC finds out if it's chicken. Hold on. Cut it open, count the rings of fucking food
Disease.
poisoning. Yes.
Blah.
Like, has it got its malaria ring yet? Yeah, it's good. Okay.
Bubonic plague, check.
When a mosquito bites the Kentucky Fried Chicken, it gets sick. And it just throws up blood on the chicken. They just smooth it in and they go, it's secret sauce.
And that is how the zombie apocalypse started.
Yes.
Good
From
God.
sweaty KFC chicken. So, what's new with Pete
we're
this
back.
week?
Learning
We're back from being
things.
back.
Yes, we are back, and then after our tangent, we've returned to the returning of the returnitude.
It's the return. It's the revenge of the podcast.
Revenge of the return of the podcast, part 4, where things
No Gungans.
happen. No.
Or Gunguns or
Or
Gangans.
any others. Stop shitting on our childhoods. God damn it.
Well, the man's got to do
I
something.
was listening to something, and there's a whole segment called George Lucas Rapes Our Childhood. And it's brilliant. But the biggest what's new with me is learning how to make the YouTubes happen. We have stuff on the channel now. So
Check
if you're
it
listening
out.
to this on the audio stream thing,
Yes.
go listen to shit you've already listened to.
Yes, or may not have had a chance to listen to because we're giving
it's
you from
old.
the beginning of season 2 onwards.
Yes, because season 1 was very kind of...
It was very experimental. There's some great moments of comedy in season 1.
Yep.
Funny stuff. We were still finding ourselves, finding our pace, finding what we do,
And we
honing
didn't-
our skills.
Yeah, we didn't have the same kind of regularity and structure that we kind of tripped into. At
Technical
this point.
snafus
So, my
happening
goodness.
left and right. That was just a
And the
nightmare.
lengths were all willy-nilly. Some were like 2 hours long. Some were like half an hour. So
I even did I think I did 2 solo ones
Yep.
on there, which were funny and all, but
It's easier to have somebody to bounce stuff off of.
Or somebody to laugh because
witty repartee.
You're doing your thing by yourself, and you're like, okay, no one's laughing. Shit, am I funny? So even if you listen to the way I speak, I'm almost in hushed tones, like I'm just talking to myself in the kitchen while I'm cooking some sweaty chicken or something. Make me a sweaty chicken fajita. Yeah, with extra malaria sauce.
Delicious.
But,
Put some more mayo out in the sun.
So YouTube, Pete's branching out, which is awesome.
Working on learning. I mean, right now I'm starting at the like bare bones, dirt ass, dumb fuck basics of Windows Media Movie Maker Player thing.
Yes,
which is fine because
it sounds good. Still, it's funny stuff.
It does what we need it to do, and because we're not into the wide world of actual video yet.
Yeah, we're not doing video.
I don't need
folks.
Vegas, which that's one cool thing. I learned is a lot of the YouTubers used Sony Vegas, which are the same people that made Acid Pro, which I'm really familiar with, and I've seen it used, and it's set up exactly the same way. So I'll be like, if it gets to that point or when it gets to that point, and if I'm doing any video editing for this or anything else, really, I'll know that program. But until then, Windows Movie Maker is actually pretty easy to use, but it's got that potential to actually be used creatively in interesting ways. But of course, I also won't be offended if you just turn on our YouTube channel, play a thing, and then go off somewhere else because we're all about the audio here.
It's really this is more of an audio podcast. When we have the technology and the know-how to make us look as good as we sound, then we will have video elements. Or at least look half as good as we sound. I'm not saying that we sound great, but we sound pretty good.
Right. There's a lot more production going into the
It's not a bunch of Skype
quality
shit. It's just, this sounds like we're doing like a real thing. Yeah. I guess it is a real thing.
Kind of. It is sort of
happening. It's so hard to accept, Pete, sometimes.
Is it real, or is it that we are in the dream of the butterfly?
Whoa, that was as deep as Inception.
Oh, butterflyception.
But what's new?
3 of the butterfly.
I actually have a what's new, which is also weird news. And it's local, and it ties in with our squirrel issues.
I did not read that because I was saving that reaction for this.
So
we'll go on to that.
Sister-in-law, brother-in-law sent me an amusing little... The power went out Saturday. Did it go out for you, Pete?
Nope, because I heard about that. Apparently my block is immune to power outages because, again, on Facebook, power's out, Gaka. Oh, all of Millville's power is out, to which I had to quickly reply, no.
No, you have like a massive power cable coming straight from 3 Mile Island.
Well... Dude, the internet is important in my computer. Okay?
I don't know how you do it, but...
I need World of Warcraft.
Yes.
Fucking put it right in my goddamn eye socket.
Yours is fine. Mine goes out if a bird sneezes. But here's what happened. The power went out. It went out for about 20 minutes, a half hour, and it came back on. I'm like, what the fuck? This is kind of weird. It wasn't a cloud in the sky. It was actually kind of cool. It just cooled off.
I remember it being a nice day, barely a breeze.
So we opened up the windows and we relaxed for a little bit. Got out the glow sticks because it started getting a little dark. Kids are playing.
Wrong kind of.
Which became another whole thing. And
fucking fog and fishes on E and shit.
So she said, no, those were the days though. She sent me this link from the power company about what happened. Apparently, a squirrel broke into the power station.
Broke in there and fucked up all their power. Blew the power for all of Millville. Wow.
And the surrounding areas. Now we have squirrel issues here at the podcast. I've discussed them in earlier podcasts.
Yep. They are squirrely buggers.
And they've been getting really quiet. I think I had won the war. I think they were just testing what they could do. I think right now they're communicating to each other, and when we really get going, they're going to kill the power right at the end of our podcast.
They sent an agent down to the source. Yeah.
It was
like they sent
program.
their fucking Neo squirrel to the source, right? So the squirrel gets into the Millville power station, and there's this old wizened old fucking squirrel with gray hair shit sitting in a fucking chair with a pen and all these TV screens. Squirrel gets in there, and he's like, whoa.
How are we going to get past the
other
guards?
Squirrels all
Let loose the badgers.
I see you've gotten here, and now you have 2 choices before you. Ergo. Don't let the tea come out your nose. Ergo, it will be messy.
Yes, it would. And then the squirrels will win. So that was actually what happened.
Pick. That's awesome.
And while the power was out, wife just got back from vacation, and she had some sparklers.
Ergo.
There we go. The kids are like, we want to play with sparklers. Wait till it's dark. So it starts to get
Sparklers
dark.
are really crap when it's light out.
Yes. So we light them up, and Jenna and Aaron, they're playing with them. Neither of them have fucking shoes on. So I'm like, listen, this is important. Hold them away from your fucking body. When you're done, you're going to put them over there. We had an area designated in the flower bed. There was no way they could step on them by accident. Everything's cool. So they're playing with them. My wife comes out and I guess instantly assumes that we were eating them when we were done. There was no plan. So the baby, my almost 4-year-old, hers goes out. And my wife's like, oh, just drop it. We'll get it tomorrow. I'm like, no, they're in bare feet. The baby drops it. Because, she listens when it's inconvenient. And she drops it. It's dark. Right. And I'm like, no. And she's like, oh, no, don't do it. Picked it up. I'm like, no, why would you? So the baby picks it up, grabs it by the fucking hot end.
Yeah, of course.
I'm just like, and I'm like, there's two forces battling inside me. One wants to just blow up and go, Jesus. Why? What would possess you to say that to a 4-year-old with little soft baby hands? Why? You're smarter than I am. And the other side is like, you want to get laid tonight, don't you? Don't say anything. It's been all week. The frenzied masturbation will only get, it's like crust of bread and water. It'll get you by. You won't die, but you're not going to be healthy.
But at the same time, that steak is awfully nice.
Yeah, and I'm like, come on, let's go inside. Put the sparklers away. So that's what's new with me.
Awesome.
But I did get laid anyway. Yeah.
Good. Well, hooray.
Because it was either that or I was going to go down to the movie theater with my AR and just start letting loose. In Spider-Man, the movie that sucked.
Take that, other comic book movie. Ha-ha.
If you're going to fucking kill people, do it in the shitty movie.
That's right, because there won't be fucking small children. Actually, you want to know the most disturbing thing to me that I heard about that whole
His hair
thing?
color? And he said he was a Joker. His hair color was the wrong color. He should have went for
No,
like
not
green.
about that. Is that there were reports of a 3-month-old getting clipped by a bullet.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Who the fuck brings a 3-month-old to a midnight screening of anything?
Scumbags.
What the
People
fuck?
who couldn't afford babysitters because they're living on public assistance and we're just like, fuck it. Fuck everyone else who's at the movies. We're going to bring our baby to the loud, noisy movie.
Yeah, fucking midnight. Like, seriously.
I have kids. I don't bring them to adult movies, which are loud at midnight. I don't do that. That doesn't mean the kid deserves to get shot at all. That's not what we're saying.
That's not what I'm saying. It's just kids shouldn't have been there in the fucking first
Yes,
place. Shoot the parents by all means.
It should be the adults. Well, yeah. Speaking of Batman,
Fucking morons.
I went and saw Batman. I did. I DJ'd Matt O'Brien's wedding. It was lots of fun. Now,
saw a picture of you at the ones and twos. There's air quotes there. You can't see them. By ones and twos, I mean a laptop.
Back in the day, I didn't even. At one point, we're having trouble with the laptop, so I just used my iPod for some of it. It's that fucking simple. Back in the day, you needed records, tapes, tape players,
Literal
you needed
ones
CD
and twos,
players,
all
you
kinds
needed
of
record
PAs.
players,
Oh, yeah.
you need this. That. Now he had a nice little portable power PA, a little power amp, portable PA. And he had a laptop which had what they wanted for the different playlists when this happens. And I went over the list with the blushing bride-to-be, lovely young lady. And that was it. And when people came out, I made a few announcements. I used not my crazy loud announcing voice. I did the more, ladies and gentlemen, if you'd all direct your attention here. The nice, calm, dulcet
sort
tones.
of pilot voice.
Yes. So to get people to calmly pay attention. The almost happy but completely synthesized voice. And it was nice. I had some champagne. And once we got to the late night dance mix, had some pretty cool, had more. Yeah. I just put that on.
More glow
random
sticks.
play. Sat back and had some champagne.
Because it's all the fucking same.
Yes, that's so simple. And every so often I had to get up to adjust the volume because they got them off of BitTorrent. And so some of the volumes were low, and all of a sudden you got one where it's like, wow. It's like, oh my God, the Black Eyed Peas made a kid have a seizure. This is too loud. Turn it down.
So
fun.
that happened. And
So I went to go see Batman.
Yep. No
The
spoilers.
newest Batman. No spoilers,
'Cause I
no
haven't
bullet
seen it, and
holes.
I'll kill you.
I'm going to be very careful with this. It was
the quick review.
It was a decent film. It was a decent film. The pacing was weird. The fight scenes were different. All the fight scenes. I can understand the fight scene between Batman and Bane, which you know happens because you've seen the trailers and the
Right,
commercials.
right.
You know,
Yeah.
you read the comics. You know
pretty
they
much
fight.
have to be living under a fucking rock.
You gotta be
for
like,
the
who's
past 2
Batman?
years.
Not to
Yeah,
know what the
exactly.
deal is.
In which case, you wouldn't care if we spoiled it.
Now
anyway.
that pacing was good. I think it should have been a little more climactic because of what it meant. The movie was long as hell. Didn't even notice. I went in at
Well, that's
10:10
kinda
to
good.
see it. Started at 10:10 on time, and as I'm leaving, I'm sitting in my car. I'm like, I'm hungry. Maybe I'll go to Applebee's. Just grab some. I start up my car,
almost one, wasn't
and it was almost. It was 1:10 on my clock, which is like 8 minutes fast. So it was just after 1.
Yeah.
But it did not feel like it was sometimes you watch a movie and go, wow, that was fucking
It's
long.
like, holy shit, this was a 3-hour flick, and it was like
No.
it was like 90 minutes.
It didn't beat up on you. You didn't get fatigued by watching this movie.
That's good.
You wanted to see what happened next. There was a lot of nods to A Tale of Two Cities. You can tell this guy, whoever wrote it, knew about the French Revolution because he talked about that. It's sort of what would happen. We're going to rise up and we're going to throw down the evil rich fat cats, which sounds like a great idea, but if it's just another group of thugs with guns that take over, it's going to be more of the same.
Right. Not going to be any better.
I like the way they portrayed that, though, because they going up to the revolution, it looked like such a great idea that there needed to be change because there was still corruption. It was just all with the rich people.
Right.
No spoilers there. We all know.
Right. That's pretty standard Batman Gotham.
And then afterwards, you saw that the corruption was actually there was corrupt people in charge. Now again, it was the same shit. It was just all the services sucked. The infrastructure was smashed. It sucked ass, and there really was no justice. There's a lot of some cameos from older villains in there, which was neat.
Yep. I've heard about that, but that's because I pay attention to a lot of stuff, and so
Yeah. It was
I won't
neat.
Go on about who shows up here and there.
Anne Hathaway did a great job as a Catwoman. I got worried when I saw some of the pictures because it looked like she had cat ears on. I was like, oh, God, why would she have that?
Because so many people bitched about the early costumes where she didn't have cat
Well,
ears.
the thing is, the cat ears, they're not cat ears. It's night vision goggles she uses to break into places.
Right. Well, that's like
Made sense. It was logical. I liked it. No, she didn't have a tail. She didn't go meow. She didn't fall down and was licked by cats and got.
Michelle Pfeiffer was hot.
And,
I don't care.
I know. But that existed in that surreal.
Well, that was the Tim Burton world.
It matched the tone. It was all right to have that. He basically kept the same tone of the movie through the whole thing. That's fine. It was not anywhere near as grounded in reality as the other ones were. He changed the whole dynamics of the fight scenes. The fight scenes were very fast. You didn't really see, like, you didn't focus on him just throwing punches like a boxer the whole time. I like that, though. Dark, mysterious. It's happening quick. The bad guys don't know what's going on. In this one, it was a little bit more like he's duking it out with people. And I'm not talking about the Bane one. I'm just talking about his fight scenes in general. Made one or two wisecracks in this that I was like, that might be a little
Felt
much.
a little forced.
But only because I'm comparing it to the previous two and the tones of those.
Okay.
All in all, though, on its own, fine movie. No, there was one or two things that was one scene where there's what I call the ticking clock. Anytime you have, we got to get this out of the city in 8 minutes, or this bomb will go off in 8 minutes, or the elevator will fall in 8 minutes, whatever it is. I'm not going to say no spoiler.
Really like an infinite amount of time that goes on there.
Then the scene starts, and then they're in a place, and it's clearly like 4:30 in the afternoon, and you pretty much guess just because of where it is, and that business is still in operation there. So it can't be later than 5 o'clock p.m. because where this place is will shut down. Not to give anything away. And then now you have 8 minutes till the thing is done happening. And there's some cool scenes. And then there's a chase scene and it's night. And you're like, Nolan. And you can almost hear the editor just going, grinding his teeth, going, how am I going to... There's only 8 minutes of movie time that's supposed to happen. The rest of this is at night. So that... But because... it doesn't fuck with the story, and the story is told well and effectively. Everything in the movie pretty much is needed. All the characters are there doing something, telling the story.
Right.
So
you can suspend your disbelief on the 8 minute thing, and
I didn't even really. It didn't really jump to me as a problem. I thought about it at the end, and then I read
just
some
one of those
review
sort
where
of
they
like
mentioned
minor logic.
Yeah.
slips that you kind of go, you know
afterwards,
what? That
you're
didn't
thinking
make
back
sense
and-
really, but it was okay.
Yeah, and so like the mistakes that were made in it or the problems I have with it were not major issues.
Cool.
There was effective storytelling. I would love to. The Dark Knight was so good. This does not top The Dark Knight. It's a good movie. To me personally, did not top the Dark Knight. There's a twist in at the end. I won't discuss it at all. I could ruin it for you, Pete, but it wouldn't ruin it for you. Let me. It's a Shyamalan like twist where you're just like, why you didn't build it up to make it. It's a twist, but because you didn't build it up enough, it wasn't like a dun dun dun. You're just like, oh,
He's already dead.
And if you ask me, it kind of tarnished the character of Bane a little bit, personally. But again, this is nitpicking. Great movie. No, really good. If great is an A and good is a B, this is like a B plus 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 plus. To me, anyway. That's all I got to say.
All right. That works.
So go watch it. It's worth it. Just wear some Kevlar or something.
Right.
Just in case.
Just on that off chance.
Oh, no. My cigar is going out.
Son of a biscuit. Well, that's
Well,
all
that's
right.
okay, 'cause it
because
ticks
I
us
can
up to-
talk about some stuff that I learned today.
That's right. It's time for Pete's Today I Learned. Dun, 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 dun.
And just as a disclaimer, in case we get to the point where people start putting shit in comments and say, "What do you mean you learned today? It's a show that comes out weekly. You just learn the stuff today." No, I learn it throughout the course of the week. But guess what? I talk about it today, so
Yeah.
it's today I learned. Just in case, I'm just covering my bases.
When he learned it,
It could have
was
been any
like,
time between
today I learned this.
now and in the past.
exactly. It's like a journal between now and the last podcast.
Or whatever. So I got a couple things, and because last time I sort of had a funny, and by funny I mean that fucking hilarious bit about the midget
Holy shit.
as not the last thing. This time
I told my wife about it, and she's just like, "Are you serious?" I'm like, "Yeah, they found his body in a fucking badger den."
It was pretty awesome. I was talking to a friend online about that, and she's like, "Oh, my boyfriend told me about that." I was like, "Yes, but did he tell you how they found him?" No.
Well, tell
So
them to
there
listen
you
to the
go.
podcast, and they'll learn all about it.
So this time I've given myself a flow chart, so so you got stuff. So thing one, this is something that people may already know, but I just learned it. John Travolta is kind of gay.
Yeah. I used to think he was super smooth in Pulp Fiction. Then I found out about the Scientology and all the weirdness.
There's the Scientology thing, but this is beyond that. This is a little bit ago. I'd give this maybe like a couple of 2-3-ish months ago. Apparently, a bunch of masseuses that he had hired at one point throughout the course of history were starting to come forward to sue him for sexual harassment.
Oh, yeah.
Male masseuses. Because he would get butt ass naked and flip over with a raging hard on and be like, "Rub me."
Hey, maybe that guy that the Pope sent was right about him trying to lead Brad Pitt. And
Could be, but
Might be some
so
truth
there's
to
a
it.
lot of that, a lot of unwanted images about John Travolta being all angling his butt at male masseuses.
he
saying,
rolled over and he says, "You know what they call my dick in Denmark? A Royale with cheese."
Yeah, it's funny because
Oh,
the same joke was made where I heard this from.
they don't call it a quarter pounder. No, man. They don't know
They
what
got
a
the metrics
system
over
over there. They wouldn't know what a quarter pounder is. Plus, it's like a quarter of Liam Nielsen's dick. So Liam Nielsen, I call him Liam Nielsen.
He's like Leslie Nielsen.
Leslie
and
Nielsen's
Liam
son.
Neeson.
Liam
So he's
Neeson.
like a really funny guy. Goes and fucks people up when his daughter gets taken.
With a giant penis and a high melocurion
Huge
count.
dick. Yeah, whatever that means.
Melanonium count.
Melodramatic count.
Yes.
Nobody really knows because those movies were awful.
Yes.
I also learned that there is theoretically going to be a Munsters TV reboot, and
Jesus.
Eddie Izzard's going to be in it.
Oh, all of a sudden.
So it might actually
Yes.
be good. They're not calling it the Munsters though. They're calling it
The Monsters.
whatever the fuck. What was the street they lived on? Do you remember? Because that's the name of it. Something Lane.
Something lane.
Yeah, like Bluebird Lane.
Graveyard Lane or whatever.
Something. But whatever the street it was they lived on, that's what they're naming the show. And it's been talked about for a while. I still don't really know, but you know what I've learned is that Eddie Izzard signed on, and so it looks like it might actually happen and could possibly be funny. So there's that. Also, apparently, Virgin Galactic, we might have heard of them. You might know the Virgin Mobile.
That was
Virgin
that Beastie
Flight
Boys
guys.
song, right?
That's Intergalactic. But
Okay.
similar idea. Virgin Galactic will actually, theoretically, for real this time, start selling tickets for space flights next year.
Good for them.
$200K
Oh,
per ticket.
If we ever get huge and famous and popular,
Yep.
we still probably
you have
won't be
to
able to
take-
afford it.
You have to take a week's course beforehand,
Good idea.
to fucking fly in space.
Well, yeah, you're going to be come on, you're going to be an astronaut. You got to at least study.
But, I mean, again, this isn't the first time I've heard about they've been trying to get this project off the ground for a long time.
Well, I hope
mean,
they keep
good
going
job,
at
it. Richard Bronson?
That's the guy.
Yep. Good on him. Keep innovating.
Richard Bronson, what was his name again?
Bronson.
Bronze, yes. He looks like he's got bronzer on. Every time I see him, he's the tannest man, except for his wrinkles. Like he
That's
lays
because
and
he
he's
owns his own island. You know that, right?
I thought you were going to say tanning bed. I was going to
No.
say, Pete, that's not impressive.
No, he actually owns his own island.
I can believe it. That dude's
Yeah.
richer than fucking
a lot
God.
of people. Yeah. He has an
Yeah.
island.
And he's using it to get people in space. That is awesome. Whatever
Yeah.
his character flaws are, at least he's trying to advance the fucking species in this way. Good on him.
I agree. And the biggest thing I learned today was how to quit one's job forever.
Okay.
So you hear about this guy, Casey James Fury?
No, but I like his name. He sounds
Yeah.
angry.
Yeah, well, he wasn't angry. He was on a lot of medication for his anxiety, right?
Right.
So imagine a 24-year-old white kid who lives in Portsmouth, New Hampshire.
Okay, it's coming together.
Who, he works at the naval yard up there
Okay.
as a civilian painter and sandblaster guy.
Okay.
So civilian contractor type dude who paints
Stuff for the Navy.
stuff for the
Boats
Navy and
and
cleans
guns and-
off the underside of boats. That kind of thing, like industrial type of
Important
stuff. Well,
works. Someone's got to do it.
he apparently had some kind of weird anxiety condition and was taking medication for that and was sick one day and was texting his ex-girlfriend and she was having some dude come over and he got all freaked out and he wanted to leave work early. Okay. Some angsty, whiny 24-ish-year-olds we know have been in similar situations in industrial places. So what do? Well, you make yourself throw up. You say, oh, I'm sweaty and I'm
sick and I got to
wanna
go.
home.
All right, get out of here, whatever.
That's what you and I do, right? What this guy does is pretty fucking brilliant. And by fucking brilliant, I mean he ought to be shot.
Okay.
So he's having these text conversations or whatever and wants to go home. So instead of just going, oh, I'm sick to his boss, he sets a fire on the inside of a submarine. The USS Miami nuclear attack submarine, by the way.
Oh, my God.
And then sets another one outside of it.
He understands that's an act of domestic terrorism and probably treason and it makes him an enemy
I have all
combatant.
that information too.
A bunch of other things that really sucks to be that way, to be one of.
So he gets to go home early. 2 days later, when the NCIS gets around to him, this will probably be an NCIS fucking episode eventually.
Oh, boy.
So they're questioning the kid, and he's like, "No, that wasn't me. It had nothing to do with that." And then they stuck him on a polygraph,
He's like,
and the guy doing the test was like, "Yeah, so what's the truth?" So he spilt the beans about all that stuff that I've already said. So nobody got hurt, so that's a good thing.
Well, that's
no
good.
injuries. He didn't hurt anybody, so that's kind of good on him. And he eventually came forward, so that might be kind of good on
in
him.
the most ass way possible, yeah.
He caused $400 million in damage
Holy shit.
to the submarine.
He's going to be working for free forever.
He's got 2 counts of arson against him, so he's facing life in prison,
Yeah, I was about to say the 2 counts of arson is the tip of the iceberg.
$250,000 fine, and restitution.
Oh, man.
So, yeah.
Which will never, ever happen.
No, $400 million.
He needs to
Holy
just
shit.
fucking kill himself.
He should have. He should have just jumped right in the dry dock.
So,
Holy fuck.
they need to ask, if I was a judge, I'd be like, so this bitch that cheated on you, that you just had to go home.
Didn't even. It's the thing. It's an ex-girlfriend.
This ex bitch that was fucking some other dude. Did that pussy have sunshine coming out of it? Were her nipples like
Hope she has
like
$400 million
diamonds?
in her vag. Holy
Was
shit
the
balls.
Hope diamond up under her clitoral hood? And you can just plink it out. And even then, wow. So I guess the moral of this story is don't be that retarded.
Yeah, holy fuck. And of course, and he's trying to say, oh, I was on my anxiety medication.
Oh, I bet he is.
I don't remember, blah, 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 blah. So, wow.
Yeah.
I was like, I got to talk about that because that's some crazy shit. Also, I found for other people who like podcasts and might want some old school radio type of stuff, there's a podcast out there called We're Alive.
Yeah.
And you can find this at zombiepodcast.com.
Oh,
and it's
I like it
basically a
already.
War of the Worlds style podcast internet radio show about this group of zombies apocalypse survivors in LA. And I heard a little bit of it. It sounds really cool. But since if you're into that kind of thing and
Check it
want a
out.
decent story,
I might take a listen.
Give it a listen. Yeah, they have like 30 hours, I think, of stuff. They
that's
do
pretty cool.
a show every week.
Oh,
I think
that's
it's like
kind of
15,
cool.
20 minutes, something like that. But yeah, it sounded pretty good. Like real high quality stuff, too.
Interesting.
They have like
Nice little
sound
story
effects and
going on.
music and all kind of shit. Real actors.
That's pretty cool, though. I like the old radio show, so that's kind of neat.
Yeah, I saw an interview with the creator, one Casey Wayland, and he was saying like a question posed to him was like, "Oh, why would you do something like that? Radio's kind of like nobody listens to radio anymore. And
Radio's dead. Well, so are zombies.
Well, his response is, well, radio, yeah, nobody listens to anything on the airwaves.
But
On-demand podcasting is on the rise. So.
Exactly.
Way to go, us.
Yay. Well, we have a while back we did a little mini segment called Lost in Translation. And I've been slowly accruing humorous screw-ups in translations. And I have a
These
few
tend to
from
be
here.
good.
And these are you didn't get anything on China, don't worry. I got your back. These are all fuck-ups in Chinese food menus.
Oh, sweet.
All right. The first one, and it sounds just delightful. This one is poached salmon with a lemon herpes emulsion. That sounds delicious.
Well, that's right up there with your sweaty diseased chicken.
Yes, with a chaser of Valtrex. It's nice. It's nice. Okay. This next one, the section of the menu is called Fuck the Pot, Water to Boil the Type. And some of the selections on this part of the menu of Fuck the Pot is Fuck a Fish Head. This next one sounds like a porno I saw once. Double Dong Belly.
That's what John Travolta tries to go for in the
He rolls
massage
over.
parlor.
Yeah, I'd like the double dong belly, please.
Just put yours right on top of the belly right next to
You know, I was going to leave that unspoken, Pete, you creep.
Sorry.
Oh, God. The next item is...
Go to sleep now.
this sounds like something you would say when... As like an ejaculation almost. No, not that kind of ejaculation.
Lady.
Fuck a spring chicken. Like you'd like drop
you
your
drop
lighter.
something
Fuck
heavy.
a spring chicken.
Drop something heavy on your foot. Fuck a spring chicken.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Doing the Don voice.
Oh, yeah. Fuck a spring chicken. Well, that really fucks the pot.
It's like a double dong belly.
This next one is fuck a cuttlefish zai. So I don't know what zai means. I guess it's like an adjective.
It's a karate chop.
This next one is ba you sour pickled cabbage fish. And the last one,
How dare you?
which sounds the most doable, is fuck a bullfrog.
It's like the Book of Mormon play.
Yeah. What do we
Don't
have
fuck a
next?
baby.
Mixed seafood Iraq government office surface.
What?
Sometimes the Google Translate. Well, let me read it again because that was really complicated. It's like a combination platter. Mixed seafood Iraq government office surface. So
that must be what they get in the UN every now and again,
Yes.
going, what the fuck did I order?
the Iraq government office surface. So the surface of an Iraq government office
Which looks great.
with mixed seafood on it.
So
No fucking the pot on this one.
I guess that's when like a couple fish hang onto a Tomahawk missile and it's
Yeah.
splat.
It's like an IED with duck sauce. Okay. This next one is you know how you have this? It'll be like chicken, then it'll say fried chicken, steamed fried chicken, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
This is from the craps section.
Methinks that should have been crab.
Steamed red crap with ginger. If you got red crap, I don't care if you put ginger or garlic salt. You need to
should
see a doctor.
doctor.
Especially if it's steamed red crap.
I ain't no proctologist, but that's some steamy red ginger crab.
The last time, and I do mean the last time that I had Taco Bell, I did have steaming red crap. The next one is steamed red crap with beer. Nothing goes better with steamed red crap than a nice ice cold beer. To cool it off like an enema.
What this town needs
Is steamed red crap with beer. The next item, which doesn't even sound like food, but it's
great already.
It's so funny. I almost steamed red crap my pants.
Wow.
The taste does the child sacrificially.
Whoa.
So the taste
It's so good you'll sacrifice a child.
sacrificially. So, all right, this one.
Oh, China.
This next one is complicated.
Though I gotta say, we haven't hit any little boy urine eggs yet.
No,
so I
no,
guess
not yet.
It's not that bad.
Wait, the double dong belly was creepy enough.
Yeah, but still, no urine.
No children were involved. You're right, Pete. I guess it could be.
Until we got to here, I mean, fucking sacrificing.
Although you did
him.
drag Travolta into it, which is really kind of
He just harasses like grown-up masseuses.
yeah.
That's
So
acceptable.
they're consenting adults ish.
Yeah. Well,
They're capable of giving their consent.
like his pilot.
All right. What do we have here? Oh, it's this. It doesn't sound weird in the beginning.
But
well,
then it takes a left
it is
turn.
kind of weirdy. Chicken breast fried in LeMay's sauce.
Okay.
And
Don't know what LeMay sauce is, but all right.
And in parentheses, it just says Khrushchev again.
Damn you, Khrushchev!
Oh, that Khrushchev again. He loves
he's
his
such a
LeMay
silly
sauce.
guy.
Under the chicken livers and chicken breast section, a gourmet orgasm without plastic surgery.
Oh, good.
Chicken breast, chicken
Like the
fingers,
Vietnamese guy who
chicken livers, chicken onions, and chicken cham. The picture cut it off, but I think it ends at cham. Might be chicken champagne. I'm not sure. We have
out plastic surgery. That's got to be the Vietnamese guy that's Superman.
You've heard of it's whiskey, Johnny Walker.
Yeah.
In China, they have Johnny Worker, and the particular flavor was red labial. Wow, what a way to earn your Red Wings!
That might be
It's available once a month.
Well, that might be part of a thing where, because from what I understand, there's a thing about China. I think it's China over that direction. We'll just be American and say, "We're them Chinese." Yeah. Have no respect for copyright laws from the Americas and places.
Yes.
So they put out toys. I saw a picture of one that was RoboCop, right?
Yeah.
Exactly like RoboCop, but the packaging said Robert Cop. Not just any Robert Cop, Robert Cop.
Well, to be
3.
specific, it was the third guy's name was Robert, and they turned him into a robot. He was Robert Cop.
They also had Spader Man.
It was James Spader's Spider-Man. Yes. I'm sure he'll be the next Spider-Man.
And there was shit. I'm trying to remember what the thing was, what it was called. It was something weird. I forget the actual name of this toy, but it was Darth Vader on a police motorcycle.
You would not want to get pulled over
It was
by
something
him.
like Night Force, but with a K for the night. I was like, wow. It might be one of those things where they had just some whiskey and didn't want to call it Johnny Walker.
Well, who likes to drink? Our workers like to drink. They have an hour off a
Red
day.
Rabiel.
Yes, red labial. The last one is just fucking brutal. I wouldn't want to eat this.
Whoa.
Because it sounds mean. It sounds like something that would happen to you
Chicken punched in the clit.
in a dark alley after you ate. It's called
Sweaty chicken enema.
It doesn't sound like
Brutal.
It doesn't sound like a dinner you would eat consensually.
Human Centipede 4.
It's called black mushroom rape.
Why does my dinner come with a GameCube and a 6-pack of Natty Ice
So
and a black dildo?
that was our.
Lost
Hold on.
in translation.
That's right. I do have more.
Oh, snap.
The pages stuck together.
Ew.
Oh, I was thinking about that black mushroom rape. And I got all double dung belly on myself. Sorry. I threw up a little Khrushchev sauce in my mouth.
Oh, that Khrushchev again.
Okay, this is another advertisement here. If you love to eat hormones, then this is the dish for you.
Oh, boy.
It goes perfectly with alcohol. Hormone Market. That's what it's called. It's available in... It's got Sanity Tear or a Miscellaneous Tear. Those are the two different flavors.
Uh-huh.
I'll take the Sanity version.
Get that miscellaneous tear after the black mushroom rape.
This dish is for 2 to 3 people.
Oh.
And it's 240 grams of meat.
That, 200, that's not really a whole lot, is it?
No, not much at all. I guess the rest is just hormones. No, how do you get...
It's all that sanity.
The cows are like fucking 6,000 pounds and they look like they're all beefed up and shit.
Beefcake.
Okay, the last one, and I really mean the last
Right,
one,
for real. This is for realsies.
does not sound healthy at all. I mean, when you start...
Because the rest of them were so fucking nutritious.
The first half doesn't sound bad, but the last half lets you know how the animal died, at least.
Oh, great.
You say, you go out, how do you like your hot dogs, Pete?
In a bun?
In a bun, but what kind of topping do you like?
Well, as the Zen master once said to the
Everything?
hot dog vendor, make me one with everything.
See, I don't mind the traditional...
Yeah, ketchup,
a little bit ketchup,
mustard,
mustard,
maybe a
some
little
relish
or something.
Sometimes it's good with the onions on it.
Yeah, chili, cheese.
What's really good is if you spoon some Bush's baked beans on it.
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
very good, very good.
Hot dog boner.
I don't know how this tastes, but I'm sure it's not a good idea to eat it. A hot dog with AIDS. Does it come in a condom?
Well, if it did, it wouldn't have AIDS.
Oh, there you go. And that is our lost in translation from
my
China.
God, hot dog with AIDS.